Yo, we got a video here today, and we're going over the Bear Grylls experiment. Let's just get right into it.
So if someone watches episode 1 through to the end, what do you want them to learn as they're sat there on their sofa?
I think one of the things is that you know, survival isn't gender specific actually. You know, women might approach stuff differently to men, but really it's about this. It's about heart and character. And
a lot of it is just pure problem solving. You get chucked into a scenario and now you have to create a base. You have to solve the problems in front of you.
About being independent, not, you know, relying on men for anything. But fire is really important, and the way that they have their camp set up, they have an area to put wood to keep dry. They have all the things they need to cook food.
None of that's an accident, by the way. It's not because of institutionalized and systematic and any kind of ism, and it's because they are better archetypes. Architects. They are better at engineering. They are just better at problem solving. They can put emotions aside and use some logic.
They keep their fire going because it's right by their bed. I mean, they just have a really good system going for them, and we don't.
you get to see the differences. I'm being quite careful.
End it right there. Hit the like on the way out. The guys have a great system. We have a crap system. But guess what? We're also equal at the same time.
Not to make it sort of a battle of the sexes and let people draw their own conclusions.
It sucks that we need the boys for some things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's things that we really need from them, and I hate that it's always like a bargain. Well, what can...
It's interesting how they view it as we need, give it to us, rather than how did you do that? Can you teach us? Can we maybe observe you and just watch and see what are they doing right? Maybe we can emulate or just copy them and produce maybe not as good of an outcome, but at least a decent outcome, maybe.
Can we get from you? And it's just so annoying.
I don't know what their mentality is. Every time they ask for something, they act like they deserve it, and they make it sound like we are taking more from them than they are from us, which is completely ludicrous. So every time we turn around, they're wanting something.
In a quid pro quo situation, someone in a position of power demands sexual favors in exchange for job benefits.
You just want just a minute of warmth, and then you can just...
Well, people would just normally call it an equal trade. Back in the day when there was no currency, no money, I would swap my carrots for your potatoes. And then we could have both now. Because one of us are farming each, and instead of us just farming everything individually, you can trade and barter.
Struggle through it. And when the boys said that they didn't want us standing around their fire anymore.
Unless sexual favors are given, there will be a loss of job benefits.
We had so many people writing in saying you've got to do a women's version, and you know, I thought, hallelujah, brilliant. You know, this is what we really want to do.
We've been crapped on since we've been here. We got 0 sleep last night. We stayed up the entire night, froze, soaking wet. And we haven't had fire because it rained and put it out, so now we haven't...
Oh, that's why they don't have fire, because it rained and put it out. Not that they set up at least a space to prevent some rain. You obviously can't have a massive area of shelter, but you might be able to create a small enough one that you can have a fireplace or store some wood.
Get the throat! We're sorry, buddy.
It's about heart and character and, you know, determination, and that's not, you know, that's not just a domain of a woman or a man.
I can't be cold one more second.
I was thankful last night that we stuck to our guns a little bit after tribal, and and didn't run over and jump in the men's shelter. But going over there this morning, I have no shame.
I mean, I tell you what, parasites don't normally have any shame whatsoever. They latch onto the host, and once the host is drained of all of its resources, it can move on to the next. It's got no loyalty.
I've never been so miserable. I couldn't get my tail over there to that fire fast enough.
Come on, guys.
This is a very high fall. Make sure you keep your arms to your chest and land on your back.
Yeah.
Here we go. Bill jumps. Jonas jumps.
Go, Nina!
I mean, he's giving out the instructions. He's saying to put your hands on your chest so that you don't brace your large fall on your wrists. But, I mean, you have to listen for that.
Alicia, lead right now. He gives it a go.
It was like it was just her that messed up the fall. The other ones were able to get away with it.
Courtney with a serious injury holding that wrist. Come on. Courtney, are you okay?
I'm really dizzy. I don't think I can do it.
All right, everybody hold up.
Okay, so it's unclear right now what it is for sure. Until you x-ray, you won't know.
Yeah.
Which means we're not sure her status in the game at this point. So why don't you take her out of here?
All right, men, no tribal.
I mean, she's able to handle the pain of just getting tatted up. That takes hours on end, and that's probably quite painful, straight up.
Council tonight. Grab your stuff, head back to camp. Women, I'll see you tonight at Tribal.
Yeah, those guys don't give a crap about any of us girls, and it showed it today. They don't care. We're not letting those muscles discourage us at all.
All right, let's load up the stuff.
It's all victimhood, right? They don't care about us as they're parasiting off their fireplace and putting their wet clothes all over their dry beds. Oh, but they don't care about us.
Girls, if we all just keep our head in the game and try to stay, together and just take the boys down, then we'll just be one huge ball of badassness.
2,000 years later.
This season's Battle of the Sexes hasn't been a battle at all. The men's tribe has won every challenge.
Badass.
Go look up top 50 chess players right now. Tell me if it's a battle. Tell me if it's a battle of wits or if it's just a sausage fest.
Words are words, but actions are actions. Image or clothes or makeup, whatever our sort of stuff is, you know what? It's not what we are. What we are is beyond all of that.
Chelsea and I needed to wash our hair with fresh water so we can look shiny and clean. What people look like, it matters. There's lots of studies that have been done on that.
Yeah, fresh water also matters. But don't worry about that. It's all about cosmetic. It's all about looking good, feeling good, and then you can do good. But the whole camp's not going to do very well if they don't have fresh water. Yeah, that's really smart.
We thought if we put fresh water in our hair, our chances go up, up, up.
The reality is, if you're...
I don't even know how to class that. Is that just narcissism, solipsism, ignorance? I mean, I don't think you can always say it's ignorance. Because that's what they'll gladly take that. They'll gladly take ignorance.
Real masculine. A number of women today are offended by that. Just the mere presence of pure, unadulterated manliness infuriates some women today, when it ought to charm them. You know what? I said what I said. If you don't understand the logic or if you don't agree with the logic, go ahead and do whatever you want.
I'm just trying to make sure I heard you correctly. Does it matter the order?
Damn it. Shut up for a minute. I'm not in a good mood. Just shut up.
Relax, man.
By the way, he's slightly delusional to think that's charming. I mean, he might be able to do this sort of survivor tactic, but charming? Come on, cut it out. Wake up.
Can you not do that right
No,
there?
you can relax on it. It'll be okay.
We started working on our shelter, and lo and behold, as always, some of the girls came over and were like, can we borrow an amber from our fire? They didn't have fire. So
I don't think any of the girls
As always, parasites will do what parasites do, which is give me that ember.
want to stand over there. It's uncomfortable mooching off of them. I mean, they're all like, excuse me, move.
I literally just wanted somebody to punch me so I can be knocked out last night.
talking about, well, we haven't been
Again, appealing to the victimhood. Man, I just wish I could get knocked out last night. Get out of my fire. Get out the way. You're wetting up my bed. If she was actually on my bed, I'd be like, can you get away from my bed? I've got a nice dry bed by the fire. You need to bounce.
warm all night, blah, blah, blah. We're soaking wet. We're cold. We're freezing. So the guys have just, I guess, had to get this mindset like, no more deals. It's off. Like, you know, this is a game. We want to be nice, but again, we're playing for $1 million. Like, screw these girls.
I went out crab hunting this morning and came back and found 6 or 8 of the girls in our shelter underneath our stuff, sitting on our beds, you know, soaking wet, you know, sitting by our fire.
I need to borrow your car right quick. What kind of shit is that? Want to borrow my car? Hell no!
The worst thing in the world to me is being wet and cold. And it's been like
Why not try to solve that problem? You can complain about that problem, or you can be like, hey guys, can you help us with some wood? Where did you find this? Nah, they're not going to do it. They're just going to, I don't know, try to mooch off the guys and stand around their fireplace.
that for a long time.
Crying is a waste of water. Everyone's different, you know. I mean, the women gets really quite feral and shocking, actually, in a way that I'd never anticipated.
Put this back in the sea, shall we? Should we put this back in the sea?
Erica starts throwing away some of the group's firewood.
She's lost her mind.
We'll put this back in the sea.
It's just bizarre.
So when you're in full emotional mode, you do things like this. You throw it into the sea, and guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to take it out of the sea and dry it again, which is going to put you behind a day or two.
What is going on? She's now going to push some wood in the sea.
Oh my god, I am so fucking sorry.
One of the women on the island, which was, she goes, I can't afford to cry anymore, it's dehydrating me.
I feel such a dick.
Warren, you're my hero.
Oh, thank you, Jack.
However determined they are, they just can't do it.
Some of these guys, I guess, are genuinely nice and they're trying to just calm it down, but they'll never view it as you're enabling this sort of coddling princess behavior. You won't look in the mirror and say, man, did I enable some princess mentality multiple times?
We're a team here, aren't we? Apart from Jane.
You know what? We're dealing with hormonal, irrational women right now. It's not even worth trying to negotiate, and at this point, I'm done.
Every time we caught a fish, it was like a big hurrah. Like, we know we can do something that the boys have been doing every day.
Stab a crocodile, gut it, and then carry it out of the jungle.
With the glass ceiling broken, all the oppressed groups shall prosper.
So me and Troy go over to the women's tribe, and we propose that they let us use the net, because they obviously don't know how to use the net. So they go over, me and Troy go over and we say, listen, if you let us use the net, we'll give you 50% of whatever we catch.
I'm just like, 50 fish, that's enough. Everybody can have 3 fish each in both tribes. So, Jonas doesn't have...
No, but he said 50%. He didn't say 50 fish total. 50%. So if he caught 8 fish, 4 each. See, already she's in a position of power now, thinking that net is catching 50 fish rather than a percentage of the day. I mean, maybe one day it catches 50 fish and maybe one day it catches 2.
He doesn't have a suave way about asking things.
What we want to do now, we're not pushing the issue. What we're going to do is just let them fumble around for a few more days and not catch fish. And they'll come back. And when they come back, the deal's different. It's not 50-50 anymore because they're coming back to us. The deal's more like
maybe 70-30 is, I think that's what he said in the video.
Is that all?
What do you mean, is that all? What the hell you want, a hand job?
He wants blowers.
Be a shelter. And we're so overworking on our shelter, and it's still just, it's not. We got rained on all night last night.
See, they don't want to put in the hard work. They just don't want to do the shelter. It's like, do they want to mow the lawns? Do they want to fix the car? Do they want to do the sanitation, do the garbage disposal, do the bricklaying, do the plumbing, do the electrical grid? No, they want to be in the movies. They want to have 50% representation as actresses, as movie directors.
Every day our #1 priority is shelter. And we're so overworking on our shelter, and it's still just, it's not. We got rained on all night last night. It's like every time we go to bed, we dread it because we know we're just going to be sitting there miserable, soaking wet and cold until the sun comes up.
Girls came back over today. They were absolutely freezing. I mean, I couldn't stop thinking about them last night because I just knew that they were absolutely freezing to death. And then they come over in the morning and they're absolutely frozen to death. And it just it pisses me off, and it's just not right. And that
it's always guys like this, nipple rings, fedora, 4'11". They're gonna tell you how to be a real man. This is the advice. This is the fedora wearing guy.
Was just, I mean, outright wrong. You just shouldn't do that. I want to help them as much as I can, because that's what it is being a man. That's what is being a gentleman. That's what is being chivalrous.
Why the hell would you ever align with a bunch of girls?
Sometimes people are worried about misogyny, right? They'll say, but you know what? Don't worry about it, because nobody, and I mean nobody, is more misogynistic than other ladies, than lady on lady action, the catty behavior, the backstabbing.
With a bunch of girls.
But I think that's kind of a man thing to do, where we're really kind of like thinking it through, like systematically, what we have to do, like, you know, the army or something.
Or chess. A sport that has no physical attribute. It's not the strongest wins, it's the strategy. So if people say, hey, we're just as smart as each other, why is that not represented at the highest levels of strategy? I don't know. You tell me. But anyway, gents, we're going to leave it right there. As always, thoughts, comments, but low. And hit that like on the way out. It takes 1.5 seconds. And who's not hit that subscribe button? Because we're close. We're going to hit 82,000. Big shout out. Big shout out. All the new, all the old. Some people have been watching my channel for 2 years now. How crazy is that? And we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.